We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Snap.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Davidson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's taken on the 25. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
Yeah, 99 yards to go if they want to do just that.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Geis. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Let's go. 15.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davidson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And all the way down to the 39. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. This is Geis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On the check.
Like the 59, like the 59. I'm trying to collect.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
You draw Corker.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Five.
They'll run with Geis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for 1st down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Bell a 1st down and then some. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Geis. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Snap.
Here's Bell. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A screen to Bell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. 2nd and 6. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 65 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
On the run, this is Jackson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Here we go, D, get up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now it's Jackson. He will push his way down to about the 14. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Come on, fellas.
They come out here in the eye. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Toss play to Jackson. Gets around him. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Justin Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First down, Panthers.
Here we go. 50 took the outlaw. Check 53. That's right, man.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, this is Jackson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
on third down, this is Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Jackson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Redskins' 43-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, this is something we have seen before. Those super long-distance field goal attempts, you worry about trajectory of the ball because they've got to kick it so far they don't necessarily pop it up in the air real fast. And then you got to worry about your offensive line trying to get those hands down and out of the air so they do have an attempt to block it.
Yeah, and tough to tell, but you just know from this distance over 60 yards, it's going at a low angle.
It has to start off just so it has the distance to get there. But the harder job, I think, is for the guys trying to protect because ordinarily you just protect and don't worry about it. But here you know it's going to be a lower trajectory.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson buying time to his left. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Panthers.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. They run the counter. Jackson. And some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Check.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's it, baby.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
At the 5-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Jackson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football.
And got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Davidson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Davidson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Redskins take over. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Throwing after the interception. Davidson. Steps away to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Looking to throw. Davidson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
Back to throw. Davidson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They run again with Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 12. 1st down, Carolina.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Jackson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the 45-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the carry, it's Jackson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go. Switch the outlaw. One twist.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. Carlson on for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Like the 59. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Redskins, they